Obviously a big subject, mate. As soon as people realised you was coming up here, emails come through, album. Word's getting about. Are you up to something?
Yeah, it's 2 years in the making. The album's more than likely going to be dropping about February now, so fingers crossed and everything, but most of the tracks are there now, so it's
work in progress. So look out for that. Is there a release date, or can you not tell us a bit?
Well, it's February.
So
around February.
So there you go, around about February 2010. Look out for that as well. Okay, we're both in now. We have to huddle up, Benny. Yeah, just go shoulder to shoulder, mate.
Zooming in.
Yeah. So, also studio-wise, hardware or software? So I've heard rumours that you're mastering the hardware.
It's all a mixture, you know. Like the hardware is still an element, but of course computers are controlling our lives these days.
Absolutely,
so you know we have to spin a few hard disks here and there, you know. But
so what's going on with the I suppose the name Horsepower? Because obviously King Step, somebody else is involved in that, I think, as well, wasn't he? You gonna step up here, Jay? Or are you gonna stay behind the camera?
Yeah, as not everyone knows this, but there's about 7 or 8 original members of Horsepower, although on the internet it says a lot of BS about duo, trio, all of that. It was never that. From day one, there was always 7 people, or even 8 people, and one of them was Jay King, who's here, and he's featuring on several tracks on the new album, also the King Step and the Damn It track that I just played, the Temper release. That's my man Jay's on that, so, and we got a release forthcoming on Deep Medi as well, the pair of us, so
wicked.
Of course, if you look out,
talked to you about that a minute ago. That's gonna be mental. Come on then, Jay, give us some info.
What do you want to know?
Deep Medi, what's coming on it?
It's Cosmic 77. It's the name.
Yeah, the Cosmic 78 track. That's a few people might have heard it. Mal's been playing it a bit off a dub, so you know, look forward to that one and everything.
So that's next on Deep Medi, and the album as well. Any collaborations between the two of you on the album as well?
Yeah. There's a lot of collabs on the album. You got Matt Horsepower, aka Lev Jr. He's on there. Nassis, he's on there, one of the original guys. Many other people coming out from the darkness, like the Culprit and people like that. So you know.
So what about today as an example then? Because today I know he's both in the studio all day together. How does that work? So if you're using an element of hardware, have you got the same hardware, or is your studio a lot different to Benny's? Or?
We love the old shit. We definitely did a lot of our stuff on Atari ST, but like Benny was just saying, you have to move along, mix it, get the best of both worlds. That's how I do it now. That's how Benny does it. Sure.
Yeah, well, we operate a computer, so Logic, Pro Tools, whatever like that's going on, but there's always input, there's always samples, there's always going to be like live recorded stuff, so you know, kind of.
And what about then? This is going to, well, rather than go around, I'm just going to hit you direct with it. A lot of comments that get made, which are amazing comments, but I just want to know how you feel about it. If it weren't for Horsepower, there wouldn't be dubstep. Bit of a bold statement, but I hear it a lot. You got any view on that?
Well,
I don't disagree with it.
I ain't about to say yeah or no. I mean, at the end of the day, one of the first times ever that dubstep, the name coined, was quoted was in an article about ourselves, so whatever you want to take from that. We don't take the blame for all this mess, what's going on, you know. At the end of the day, it's up to the personal choice. It's all music, whether it's, you know, some people will say, oh no, they were garage, yeah, we were garage, we're dubstep, we're whatever, you know. And I think, like, the moving on of the sound is the important thing, and like, names is just names, you know, so that's a lot of talk, really, you know.
Yeah. What about you? Obviously, you go down to DMZ and places like that, and you played it forward the other week as well. You got any opinions on the new sort of sound you're hearing as well, the way it's evolved, or you?
Yeah, I'm hearing some good stuff right now, particularly down DMZ, and you know, a lot of the original guys that, like, obviously I still check for everyone, like Scream Banger, you know, Mala, Loafer, Koki, Cyrus, Chrome stuff, all the people, Hatcher, like everyone who's there from day dot is like, you know, still there, and they're creating good sounds. And there's a lot of new people coming through as well, so it's healthy, really. I mean, ain't got really a bad word to say, you know.
Good. I was a bit nervous about asking that one because some people think, yeah, right.
Well, you know, obviously there's people that are coming into the scene and they're choosing not to originate and they're choosing to go down a path that's already travelled. But good luck to them as well, you know, whatever moves the crowd, whatever people are feeling in a certain place, you know, it ain't necessarily for me, but innovation is always a key to like really making it interesting for the peeps then, and hopefully that's going to continue, you know, and people that want to just join along like bandwagon, you know, and they don't really want to create nothing, they're going to drop off same way when everyone gets bored of that sound, so you know, it's all good.
So the album, I mean, King Step's flying. I mean, I can't get enough of that track. That is on Temper 42, by the way. If you haven't picked it up, got to hammer that home.
Still available.
Yeah, so go and get it. Yes, that's what I was going to mention next as well. And there's only even conversation, Benny, that I mentioned because I've done a mix on the Big Up magazine out in San Francisco, and I stuck that on there. And a few people have said, "What is that tune?" I'm thinking you should know what it is, but then you let slip. I don't know if you meant to tell me, but everyone's going to know now that there's a remix of that going to be featured on the album.
There is a remix. Both King Step and Damn It have got their own remixes, the LP mixes. So that's going to feature on the Temper LP, and I hope everyone's going to like that. You know, it's a lot different to it. It ain't really just a remix where it's like slightly different. It's a
completely different switch up.
Yeah, it's a switch up on that. So.
Yeah. So other than obviously Helsinki, I know you've been hammering it forward the other week. Album on its way. King Step's smashing it as far as I'm concerned. Anything else happening over the next sort of weeks, months that you want to mention?
There's a lot of things going down. I mean, I do a lot of hip hop productions as well, so like,
is that under a different alias?
T-shirt. I might be collaborating with these guys, Rusty Malky in the near distant. There's some like dope hip hop guys. What am I doing? I'm playing in Prague in a week or so's time, so gonna be out there at the Cross Club in Prague.
Nice.
Which I've been there several times, so it's kind of cool.
Regular.
You know?
What about back in the day? I mean, this is plastered all over interviews you've done years ago as well. You had like a residency in New York.
I did indeed. I was living in New York for about 2 years, and prior to that, I used to travel out there. Back in the two-step days and everything like that. So I mean, I've even worked with Tooks in the Maytals, so I don't want to drop names or nothing. Cool King. I'm being put on the spot now and shit.
No, you tell us. People want to hear.
So anyway, back in the day there, you know, myself, Zed Bias, Soris J, people like that were rolling out to New York long before all this thing now. So, you know, it's just a continuation of things. And, of course, New York is a multicultural place. And they dig stuff that's cool. So wherever it's going to be cool music, it's going to get out there at some point, and I got a lot of time for the city. It's a nice place and everything.
It's also interesting that the names you mentioned there, Zed Bias, Oris J, they're still around now as well. You know,
that's right.
Zed Bias, no one's jumped the ship. You know, they're still around now. Zed Bias has got a 2009 remix of Neighbourhood coming out in a couple of weeks.
Indeed. I think he's got even new Mad Slinky stuff that's coming out. So, you know, I see him the other month over in Bristol, playing in a club over there. Obviously got a lot of time for the guy. He's another one of the main originators of sound and everything. Still out there, you know. Oris J, of course, he's still out there doing good things, you know. And LB, Jada Flex, the list goes on. Everyone's still operating their things, you know. Between whether it be dubstep or other forms of music where they're creating, it's still a good vibe. Still
got a presence, which is important for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
So. Well, anything else that you feel I might have missed, fellas, that you want to mention while you're up here? Anyone else to say hello to? What's that say there?
Big up Simon D.
Yeah, I want to say a big shout out to Simon D. There's another Horsepower member, not a lot of people know that. Alright? And big up to Sophie. Want to say what's up to Nassis. Yo to Matt Lev Jr. Want to say what's up to the culprit. My man Sam West, the next culprit. And all the people I know out there. Want to say a big shout and hope you're doing good.
Perfect.
Go for it. Big up my girlfriend Juliana. She's not watching, but big her up anyway.
She'll watch the repeat, will she?
No, she'll be in bed now. She'll watch the repeat. And big up Peru, who's also the sax man who did the little riffs on top of Damn It and all that.
Wicked.
There's a lot of others, but Sparky Ski, Rusty Malky Productions.
Wicked. There you have it. Can you believe it? Horsepower and Get Darker TV. So, back next week, 7 to 11. Grab the podcast from this guy tomorrow in iTunes. Till next week, we're out of here.